we go back this time?
Yes.
Good. Then, do we do a word from our sponsors first?
No, I don't have one.
We only have the one.
Yes.
So, 3, 2, 1. This podcast is brought to you by Bob's Ball Powder. Bob's Ball Powder, nice and dry where it's unpleasant and moist. Oh well, I should have gotten the quote first. I thought you were going to say something there for a second.
It was
there.
perfect.
Okay.
It was wonderful.
Ransomware is unique among cybercrime because in order for the attack to be successful, it requires the victim to become a willing accomplice after the fact.
Pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. The really great men must, I think, have a great sadness on earth. To go wrong in one's own way is better than to go right in someone else's.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. I'm afraid you'll be disappointed by today's topic then. And thus welcome to How to Rub This, a 1-hour-long infomercial for Bob's Ball Powder. And also a comedy crime podcast where...
Comedy crime? It's true comedy crime.
It's true comedy crime. It's too good to be true.
My name's Oscar Brown.
My name is Sebastian Weisbach. And we are the hosts of How to Rub This, the show you are currently listening to. In this podcast, one of us will bring a topic, something to steal or someone to steal from, and we, through the magic of improvisation and research, will go about stealing that item or robbing those people. As always, we've got 3 rules. Number 1, we always get away with it. Number 2, we don't kill people. And number 3, we only steal from people that deserve to be stolen from. We should really not be sitting opposite each other. We'll change the setup. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm really sorry. This is I don't know what makes this worse. Just your microphone pointing directly at my dick, or my dick-shaped microphone.
Oh, that was great. That was beautiful. I was just watching you do the intro, and I was like, "Look, he's just doing it. He's done it. Like this is like our 18th episode, and he's just going for it. He's doing the whole thing. Like he sounds
it's
a bit
26.
bored.
It's 26.
Oh, it was great.
I'm not.
Should we start again?
Why? I don't see why. Look, if you stuck around for 25 episodes of this, I'm sure you'll be fine with this intro.
This is number 26.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
who are we stealing from? Please quiz me.
What? Okay, so it's Halloween month, so we're recording this in October.
Halloween
usually a bit
month.
later.
It's also Amazon Prime Day.
It's also Amazon Prime Day. Yes,
Yeah.
that I just saw that today because I don't have anything I want for this Amazon Prime Day. Do you?
No.
Jeff Bezos to die.
Oh.
That would be. But yeah, no.
No, there's other people on my hit list
True,
much
yeah,
higher up. Yeah.
He's just such a polished dick.
Yes. That would also be his totem animal.
Yeah. He would also make a good totem pole in and of himself.
Yes, he's like just a dick totem pole. Yes, but anyway, we're not going to get Bezos.
No. But you saw, because I kind of teased Oscar a bit with our header for this, because everything needs to go nice and quick, just so we can have this online as soon as possible.
Yes.
What would you say is the most important profession on this planet?
Beekeepers.
Well, okay. Well,
I'm only basing this on the hexagonal background that you made on Instagram.
What would you say is the least important profession on this planet?
Whatever Mr. Trump's doing.
President of the United States. Good guess.
Yeah.
No,
but the least important.
Least important.
People who work in middle management of large corporations. Or also people. Everyone who works in the finance industry.
True.
Like if we just get rid of it, like if we just ignored Wall Street and like the stock market, if we just ignored it, we just pretend it doesn't exist.
There's this Dutch economics professor who just argues against trickle-down economics and stuff like that from a historical point of view. Might be a historian, actually. And he was recently on Twitter tweeting that in the 70s, in Ireland, the bankers went on strike
Yes.
for 6 months.
Yes.
It went largely unnoticed, and the economy just kept growing.
Right.
It had no impact whatsoever.
That's incredible.
These people have no leverage.
Yes. So bankers and finance people.
Okay, I dare.
Is that the right answer?
No,
Okay.
there's someone more useless. So what if I told you we're robbing something that is titled Hype House for Adults?
Sorry? Hype house for adults.
Yes, I know this means nothing to
Hype
you.
house.
Hype House.
Hype house. It's a bank.
No, it's not. It's not a bank. The place we're robbing is called
HYPE?
Honey House. Yes, HYPE.
Honey house.
Honey House.
And hype house.
I've
Honey
titled
house.
this podcast in the spirit of Halloween.
Honey House.
The Haunting of Honey House.
Honey house.
Honey House.
Honey house. It's
in the West Hollywood Hills.
it's a porn
No. It's
porn place.
Close.
Adult.
Close.
Adult?
Oh, it's no. It's
Adult?
not adult entertainment. Arguably,
Adult?
none of them are adults.
Children.
Yeah.
Children YouTube videos.
They're influencers.
Influencers.
It's a house full of TikTok influencers.
Fuck off.
The scum of the earth
Fuck off.
gathered in one house.
I still want to get the bankers. No, you're shitting me.
No.
In one house.
It's really good, and actually I'll edit this into the video. And I think we should take our first research break in a bit, and then we'll watch the introductory video to those absolute fucking fuckheads. It's because, and you'd think, okay, they're influencers. Like, what do they do? Are they stars? Okay, so they're all like, oh well, this is Chad. Like, he's a fitness coach and a model.
No, tell me no more.
And
I
he's
want to
also
see
an
it.
actor.
I want to see this.
And it's just like all these pretentious douchebags, who are like adults.
Yes.
In terms of TikTok marketing, so in their early 20s, because TikTok is targeted at like a far younger age group, like
Right.
preteens. Honey House, it's bizarre. Like, one of the reasons why Honey House got so much publicity is it went viral because a podcaster retweeted it, titled something like, "This is the worst thing I've seen this year."
Let's stop right here. I'm
Good.
going to watch it right now.
All right.
What the hell is that noise?
On at our adult TikTok house called the Honey House.
Sam is filming workouts for her YouTube channel, and her team is here shooting it. Nick works for a big-time agency, and so he's always talking to brands and helping them with their marketing. B is a mindset and meditation coach, so she's always leading guided meditations on her computer.
Erin is an e-com wizard, and so she consults and advises a lot of better for you brands, so she's always sitting here on her computer crushing it.
Jared's a fitness trainer, and he's also an actor, so if he's not reading his sides, he's working out and he's probably eating. Nick is a mindset and motivation coach, and so he's always firing people up on the phone.
Evan and Dina are models and fitness trainers, and if they're not doing a photo shoot, they're working out.
And then there's me.
Number 4.
On at our adult TikTok house called the Honey House.
Sam is filming workouts for her YouTube channel, and her team is here shooting it. Nick works for a big-time agency, and so he's always talking to brands and helping them with their marketing. B is a mindset and meditation coach, so she's always leading guided meditations on her computer.
Erin is an e-com wizard, and so she consults and advises a lot of better for you brands, so she's always sitting here on her computer crushing it.
Jared's a fitness trainer, and he's also an actor, so if he's not reading his sides, he's working out and he's probably eating. Nick is a mindset and motivation coach, and so he's always firing people up on the phone.
Evan and Dina are models and fitness trainers, and if they're not doing a photo shoot, they're working out.
And then there's me.
Number 4.
So we're back from our short break. Thoughts? We just watched the introductory video too. Do yourselves a favor. Look for Honey House on TikTok, on wherever. Thoughts,
Oh god.
comments, ideas.
Oh god. So this isn't a case of Trumpism.
No.
So it's not a case of being unable to tell the difference between reality and a parody. Like, this is not a parody, this is reality.
Mm-hmm.
It really is reality. Like, it's not a parody.
It is reality, yes.
So it's not it's not people pretending like you know, to a point making fun of something.
No.
It's not a parody.
Which again, like,
it's real life.
Yeah, in the last few years, and this year especially, the lines have been blurred. It's hard to tell at this point what is parody and what is not. If I've learned anything from meeting people like this, it's to take them at face value, because if their social media presence presents itself to you as these people are absolute fucking idiots, and you're sort of going between, oh, are they actual criminal masterminds, or are they actually fucking idiots? They're usually actual fucking idiots. And I would say that's what all these people are. They're like, again, like bringing together everything useless on this. Oh, well, he's a brand strategist. Well, she's an e-com wizard. Well, she's a mindset coach. He's a mental. Jesus Christ! All these made-up fucking jobs.
How much money?
I would reckon a lot, because these people, I think we're talking like 5 figures for a TikTok post, and they all live in a mansion in the West Hollywood Hills, which can't be cheap.
But who? So do
paying
they
for
all
them?
fall under like one agency, and one of them's like the? I mean, what is one of them the mastermind who was like, right? Basically, they're all earning a lot more than they know, and he's just taking all the commission and basically giving them a good time.
I would argue there's probably a corporation behind this. So it's either, again, I haven't done too much research. So it's either TikTok itself,
Right.
Which is owned by a company called ByteDance.
Right.
Question here is it them themselves? Do they have like any subsidiaries? Or is it just a marketing agency who just sort of puts these people in place and wants to sort of boost their quote unquote productivity by locking them all in the house?
Right.
Which is also an option. There's also, like, maybe the guy who actually shot the video was either JT or J1.
Excuse me?
The guy who shot the video, the descriptions.
Neither of those are names.
Yes, but both of them could be names for TikTok influencers.
JT?
J1.
J1? Are they brothers?
I don't know.
Or was
I don't
Okay.
know. So it's it's either JT or J1. I just didn't read if it was a T or a 1.
Right.
The numeral one, not
okay,
the.
right. Okay.
So
I thought there were 2 of them. That was
maybe it's hard to
It doesn't
tell
matter.
these people apart.
Okay.
Also, let's make clear, they're all like white suburban kids in their 20s.
Yes.
So that's as far as diversity goes.
Difficult.
Yeah. And again,
difficult.
I
because
thought,
they are the trappings of wanting to have that. You know what I mean? Like they do it well. Like they capture something that people want. People want that to feel glamorous and easy, and to make it look easy. Like people want to the effortlessness of money and lifestyle is a very desirable thing. So I understand that.
And I think something that in recent years has sort of made this star trend sort of trickle down, because it used to be just like Hollywood and TV stars, and arguably like TV stars were more approachable, quote unquote,
right?
Than Hollywood and movie stars, which you would see like once or twice a year. And through social media, like one of the terms that comes up a lot is parasocial behavior. Parasocial
behavior.
It's where the fans and followers project their own emotions to these stars and treat them as though they were friends, because the means of communications are essentially the same. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to tell these apart. And like social media stars, like the early ones who were very good at blurring the lines, like the Kardashians or they were very good at sort of playing that field, making it very hard to tell if they're talking to friends or if they're talking to their fans.
I'm with you.
And sort of giving them the feeling that, oh no, you can interact with us, it's fine. I want to know your opinion. When clearly, like, this is all just an act, or at least it used to be. Now it's kind of hard to tell whether these people are just doing this to serve the algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
whether they actually think they are that close to their followers,
Mm-hmm.
or whether they are being controlled and are just to some degree fulfilling something that their manager has told them to do.
Very difficult. Very
Um,
difficult. Hard to tell the difference as well. Wow. So what are we going to steal?
So I thought, maybe all their equipment.
Like their phones?
Their phones, their cameras, their lights.
The laptop with the mirror on it. That's quite special.
That was Aaron, the ecom wizard.
That's Aaron?
Aaron.
Aaron.
E-R-I-N.
Heron?
Aaron.
Heroin.
Like heroin, but no H, no O. So, and I thought maybe in the spirit of Halloween, because I think these are all gullible fools,
Right.
in order to help us along, we could pretend the house is haunted. And start pitting the players against each other.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, probably one of them will die, which will be fine. Have you...
It's going to be JT.
J1. Have you heard of this BBC show where they did a haunting? Oh, it was many years ago.
Yeah.
But it was considered the most horrifying show to ever happen on
Mhm.
BBC, where they basically recorded this show live, and then on Halloween everything started falling apart in the studio, and then basically the show itself, because it started out
Yeah.
as like this like horror show,
Yeah.
but then the studio itself started to get haunted. And apparently like a lot of children in the UK at that time who ended up watching it suffered psychological issues behind it. So what was done really well there was the double bluff of having like, it's a horror show,
Yeah.
and then having the show or the film set itself turning into a horror, which was done very, very well. And that's, I mean, it's also very meta, which is what
Yeah.
these people sort of are.
I don't think either of them would understand
The word
what
meta.
matter is, yeah.
They're like, so does that mean we matter?
Because we do, like, what we do matters. Like, I've taught someone on brand strategy today, like, you just, like, he didn't have an idea what social media was, so I just, like, gave him, like, a strategy pep talk. These people, these unbelievable people. I think I've read something along the lines of, like, they have, like, 10 million likes across all their videos. Just on the Honey House channel alone, it's like 500. Which by the way, I find this the whole
Is it a company? Is it a registered company, the Honey House?
Honey House. We'd have to find that out.
Okay.
But I think it's just the brand name of the house, because
They didn't just call it that. Like they didn't like the Honey Pot or something like that. Like,
no. It's
And
called.
what was the other
it's
name?
called
Hype
House. Hype House is. That was like the prototype of that, but that's all teenagers or yeah, well, there might be preteens in there as well, but like non-adult teenagers.
That's even worse.
Yeah, I know. So they are gathered in Hype House, whereas Honey House is targeting an older demographic.
And they lock them in there and make them make TikTok videos.
Pretty
Wow, I
much.
sound really old there.
Yeah.
They lock them in there and make them what? Make them
One of
TikTok
those TikToks.
videos?
I honestly think that's. I mean, a good thing because they're not in society out there causing harm.
No, they are though. They're completely
I mean, digitally.
pervasive. They're all consuming.
I guess you're right.
They're ubiquitous.
So yeah, anyway, I think we'd be doing the world a favor if we took all their technology away
Mm.
and maybe brought this house to crumble down with none of them inside, but
Yeah.
kind of like the Haunting of Hill House. If you've
I
seen it.
haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
Yes, see it.
Oh,
Go watch it. Not now.
too
but,
scary though.
It is very scary.
Yeah, I don't do scary very
Okay.
well. That's why.
Mm.
That's why I think I'm ideal candidate to create a scaring,
It's scaring.
a scaring, a scarring.
scarring a lot of TikTok stars. Yeah, we just have to make sure this doesn't get broadcast live on TikTok because that will definitely emotionally scar the young viewers.
That's okay. It'll teach them a lesson.
Okay, if you can live with that.
I can live with that.
All right.
Look at the world they're growing up in right now. Like, it's okay. And
Fair
I
enough.
mean, put it this way. I'm okay with that as long as we add like a pre-recorded half-hour re-socialization video course at the end.
Make that half a minute. None of them have time for half an hour, or the attention span for that matter.
So like they'll be able to sort out all the psychological trauma in 30 seconds?
Yeah. They'll have to.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done with that. That's fine.
Um,
Can you tell me a little bit about how money is made on TikTok?
I mean,
you know, you have a TikTok account for us now.
Yeah,
So
let me.
how much money do we have on TikTok?
We only have one TikTok, and we haven't recorded.
We
it
only
yet.
have one TikTok.
We
Is that
haven't
what one
recorded it
says?
yet. Yeah.
One says one TikTok.
From now on.
I have
yes.
one.
No, it's one tick. Then two's TikTok. Then at 3 it starts getting TikToks.
Oh shit.
And if you got someone the double digits, it's TikTokitas.
That's not.
Maybe. So companies will pay for people to promote the content on TikTok.
Right.
That's mostly what influencers do. So either they sell themselves as a brand.
But that's not the adverts beforehand, right?
No,
it's
no,
more
no,
like I happen to be using Bob's ball powder right now. I'm
Yeah.
not advertising it. I just think it's the
Yeah.
best ball
Yeah.
powder that's out there, right?
I'm not sure if you have to tag the content as an ad on TikTok because you do it on Instagram for legal reasons.
Yeah, I think that's like just a Germany thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like at some point you have to sort of tag it as sponsored content, at least in Germany. True. And something that I find quite disturbing about TikTok, because as I installed it today, it just doesn't stop.
What do you mean?
It's just on autoplay. It just keeps going.
But we only have one TikTok.
Yeah, but it keeps going.
How does it
No,
keep
no,
going?
not on our channel, but like the homepage is a feed that just keeps going.
You mean it's endless scroll?
Yes, and it's set to autoplay. You can't deactivate it. You can't halt anything. You can't pause anything. It just keeps going.
It just keeps. And how long is a TikTok?
Between 6 and 60 seconds, I would say.
And is there a maximum length?
I think it tops on 60 seconds, and
But like you said, anything longer than 31 seconds is not a thing.
yeah.
It's between 6 and 60 seconds, so it's
Yeah.
longer than a Vine. I can still do Vines,
You can't.
I mean, I can't do
because the
anymore.
app has been discontinued.
but I
yes.
understand Vines.
Yeah, I
in my
quite
mind.
enjoyed Vine.
Yes,
But Vine would stop. Like you could watch a Vine and then stop, and just TikTok keeps on going. It's relentless.
well, it was like when 9gag.
I sound like Werner Herzog when I talk about this. Like Werner Herzog when he talks about Michael Bay.
Yeah,
And he's just like it's spectacle. It's like wrestling. It's not a movie anymore.
it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um.
Does he talk like that?
Werner Herzog.
Does he talk like
Yeah.
that about Michael Bay?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. He actually compared his films to wrestling because it's just the spectacle. Like,
Oh.
there's no sustenance.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
No
I get
content
that.
beyond that. So yeah, and TikTok just keeps barreling through like massive amounts of content. There's no way to really sort through it either. You can look for people and sort
Right.
of search things in their feeds, but per default, it's say you give it like a few preferences, what you want to see, and it just hammers down one video after the other.
That
It's
sounds
disturbing.
Really? Okay, and like there's just no stopping. Do you know anyone who's on TikTok?
We both do.
Someone closer to home? Like, do we know anyone who like we can actually have a conversation about it? with?
I mean, technically Lee's on TikTok,
Okay, but
but
like-
she's not really.
okay,
She's not really that deep into the
So she
TikTok sphere.
okay. So now back to my original question.
Yes.
How does
was
money
that
making work on TikTok? Like, can one like after you reach like 5 views on TikTok, do you
Yeah.
get one dollar?
No. TikTok does not pay you.
TikTok doesn't pay
No,
you.
no. The companies pay you to make TikToks.
But YouTube pays you.
Yeah. Does it though? I mean, the amount you get on YouTube is absolute shit. So yes, technically YouTube pays you. Technically Twitch pays you.
And technically TikTok or
No,
TikTok's just like we don't do that
doesn't.
either.
TikTok, like Instagram, does not.
Oh, wow.
So you have to make money through sponsored content.
Wow.
And like, I would argue this is absolutely not worth it for the companies. They'll never see any return on investment from any of the money they put into influencers.
Yes, I in my. I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have in my area of influence. I've had the unfortunate experience
Mm-hmm.
of having someone approach me, kind of being very pushy, saying
Mm-hmm.
we should do something for free for an influencer.
Oh yeah.
And I worked out, like I did the task. I was like, at first I was like, no, thank you, like out of hand. And but it was so
Was it a
pushy.
hand job?
It was the kind of thing that I couldn't say no to.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to do the exercise and worked out. And even my best, like my best guesstimate, like the best case scenario, there would be no chance of getting that money back.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't think it's that great for brand awareness either.
No.
I think
No, I mean,
like the only
ask Revo.
the only companies that would actually profit from like this sort of boost in brand awareness, I would argue, are like Coca-Cola, Adidas, Nike, like the major players who just want to get like that tiny
edge.
boost in the consciousness of the younger
But the difference,
audience.
what they do is they get top people.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
these people that are the influencers, they're actually bullshit. You know what I
No,
mean?
of course they are. And like, again, to me, I find it indescribable to just imagine that people just talk to their phones all fucking day and have the audacity to walk into a restaurant and ask for a free meal.
Yes.
Because they then put it like it's not worth the meal for the restaurant.
No, because no one's gonna go.
Yeah.
No one's gonna go to that restaurant then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are we deluded? Are we being like, no, people would actually go?
I mean, I know for a fact because Lee and I went to a restaurant and had like these paw-shaped waffles, and she
A what?
Paw-shaped waffles.
A paw shaped like a
Paw-shaped
paw,
waffle.
like
Yeah,
an
like
animal's
a cat's paw.
Because if you pick the wrong paw,
Yeah, if you press the beans, you get the means. But and she technically saw that on TikTok, but even that wasn't sponsored content. It was just like someone posting that they've had their waffles there.
okay.
But like,
But that's different. That's because
and
that's
that would work
that's like
for
a
a week.
micro influence.
yeah, and
thing.
and
that's a
that
different
would
thing.
and that would work for a week,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, setting aside that I think that everyone who lives in Honey House has an absolute bullshit job.
Yes.
I'm a mental coach. You know what? You got to be confident, man. Thank you so much.
How long
Yes.
have we had influencers? Like, can one look at the career trajectory of
Yes.
an influencer and be like, look, once you leave your late 20s,
Mhm.
you know, like things are gonna become a bit
Yeah.
rough, or you're like, no, look, you're made. You like when you hit it, you're 12 years old and you're in the teeny house in the bebop house, whatever. Then like you're made, like you're set.
I would argue, just like football players, these people are very bad at managing money.
But are their careers also over when they hit 32, or is 32 way
Maybe.
over the hill?
Yeah.
Or like, are they done when they're 24?
I think it's a faster paced economy.
So they
Than
might
playing
just
football,
be
yeah.
done, like they're completely done.
I think so.
They just
I would-
become irrelevant.
yeah.
So who?
because like, who is this for? Realistically, it's for teenagers, and they just don't have the attention span. And like, how many personal trainers who give their coachings on YouTube or
Mhm.
on Zoom does the world realistically need?
None.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who are like, so I guess the Paris Hiltons of this world and the Kardashians. I mean, the Kardashians are doing pretty well for themselves, but they were doing pretty well for themselves to begin with.
Yeah, and they sort of rose to fame through TV anyway.
Yes.
So they didn't start their careers.
So they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Okay. So what about PewDiePie? Is PewDiePie an influencer?
Well, racism is a thing. Yes, he is. No, he is. He definitely is. I think he's pretty consistently number one on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is also like the only reason why he gets away with the bullshit he says.
Yes.
It's just YouTube is too afraid to drop him. But if there's one sort of light at the end of the tunnel here, it's that the platforms hold the power.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about Mixer?
Mixer.
So Mixer was an app which was, I think it was a Microsoft brand. Yeah, it was a Microsoft brand.
Probably written like MIXR, right?
Maybe. Honestly, maybe that might be
Yeah.
the case. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to see it. I just want to see the screen. And Mixer was set up as competition to Twitch, which is like a game streaming app.
Yes.
And they like a few people just regularly started their business there, but they also got huge stars because Microsoft had the money. So Microsoft would simply buy Ninja, who is Twitch's biggest Fortnite streamer. Not a ninja, the ninja.
Oh, he won Fortnite, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't.
So from what I've gathered is he's a very good player, obviously far better
Yes.
than I am, but he's not that good. He's not competitive level good.
Oh, interesting.
Like he's never won any tournaments, but he's a pretty good player, and he's just someone who appeals to teenagers because he's loud and hysteric
but he's actually terrible.
as a person.
Yes, as well.
Yes.
But he's also not very good at Fortnite.
No. I mean, again, like he's pretty good, but he's not an absolute pro player. He's not
Okay.
in the upper echelons of players. And they got him and paid him like 20 million for an exclusive deal, and then Mixer went out of business.
20 million.
20 million.
20 million.
And so the thing is, Mixer went out of business, and they gave him and a few other top players like a heads up, and they all went back to Twitch. Everyone else who was like the middle management of streaming
Yeah.
was fucked at that point because they sort of built their audience on Mixer.
Right.
And even Ninja, who was the biggest streamer on Twitch,
Yeah.
didn't draw more than, I think, tops 1/4 of his audience.
To Mixer.
Yeah, because people cannot be fucked to go to a different platform than the one that's trendy at the moment.
Yeah.
Even for someone they're following, like, and apparently they're working on a Hollywood film or like a TV show with Ninja. What's his? I forgot his name in real life. As they sometimes do with like these YouTube stars. They did the same with people like Smosh or Tosho, whatever they're called.
Smosh or Tosho?
No, Smosh and Tosho are two different people, I think. And they had their like Hollywood installments, and like they always flop because the people who watch the videos on YouTube do not go to the movies to watch a film about them. It just doesn't work, and even going to a different platform does not work. So I think also the half-life of most of these people is bound to the platform. Because someone who used to be big on Facebook, now that Facebook is essentially just a medium for sharing right-wing memes, like that would be over at the moment. Instagram is phasing out in favor of TikTok, and like TikTok is not the end of the evolution here.
No kidding. It'll be the next
Yeah.
thing. But I mean, are we
shorter, even
just
louder
just
videos.
missing the like? Shouldn't we, when the next things come up, so when like,
I mean, we are on TikTok now.
no, but I mean we're too late, right?
Yeah.
So when the next thing comes
Yes.
up, whatever it is, right?
Okay, we'll just get an account straight away.
No, not an account. We'll get a house,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
and then we'll just lock up a
Cram it
bunch
with
of random
people.
children.
Yeah.
Give them phones and
Yes.
make them make content.
Okay, I'll one up you. A bunch of random children and random animals.
And random animals.
Yeah.
Gladiator,
Yeah.
are you ready?
And a few of the American gladiators.
Yes, the
South
original
African
ones.
gladiators,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're great. Okay, I know this podcast is becoming very philosophical, and we're sort of having a whole wide ranging discussion about this. Do you follow anyone on any social media account where you're like, I can understand the appeal of like following them and like I want to be part of their life or something? You know what I mean?
No.
No, they must be.
No. I don't. I quite enjoy following the Boys cast.
The Boys cast.
The cast of the,
the cast of
Amazon
The
Prime
Boys.
series, The Boys.
Okay.
Have you seen the season finale?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like they're very funny people, and they seem
they?
to be very close. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like on any given day, most of them will post the same content
Really?
because they like just share the photos amongst each other, and like they're apparently very funny and very close.
Mm-hmm. But
So
that,
I
but
enjoy
that seems
following
very
them,
that
but
seems to be like a
yes.
very now thing right now.
Yeah.
So there's no one you've taken along for the last, I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
not that I know. No, I follow a few meme accounts and then people that I know personally,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
a few enemies
I mean,
because I want to keep them close.
I'm trying. I appreciate the fact that you follow me on all my social media things. You're the only person who follows my Telegram channel. You thought it was a personal chat, but it's not. It's a channel.
It's a channel with only me as a follower.
Yeah. That's great.
That's why it's so preachy at times.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not even football players that I follow, or I wouldn't. I mean, my golden rule on social media, right, is like you can post, but if you post too much, you're gone. Like you're done.
Yeah, you want to have a moderate amount of content.
Yeah. And I really have reduced my social media to like a very small amount. But then I also have a social, or what's it called, like a digital well-beingness app on my phone, or whatever it is. Like it's automatically on my phone. But
you
basically,
should get a mental coach from Honey House.
I only use my phone for my Twitter for 5 minutes, Instagram for 5 minutes, and that's it.
Okay, and then back to Twitter.
No, like for the day. I can't. That's all I can use it for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Now I use my computer to look at Twitter and Instagram because
that's much better. It's a bigger screen. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes. So I'm kind of understanding how the whole money thing works. So they get money from. I
mean, apparently some of them have clients if they are like e-commerce wizards or mental coach.
Yes.
Or personal trainers.
But who are their clients? Are these clients like
rich idiots?
Businesses, or are they are they teenagers who want to be like them?
So if it's sponsored content, it's businesses. If it's private clients, I would argue that it's people who have too much money and who don't want to look into getting someone proper for their services. Like you don't, like obviously.
But what is their service?
Well, if you
no one who's legitimately earned their money, is going to hire these baboons to do anything.
No, but
they're morons.
As you might remember, in this world, a lot of people are born into money.
But that's a very small target market.
But there's a very affluent target market. Also, these people consistently think of the whole startup industry. Everyone who works in startups.
Yes.
Do you not think these people would hire a mental coach or hire a fitness trainer they've seen on TikTok just to use that as a conversation starter at their next fucked up event?
So the thing is, they like having a coach or a psychiatrist is an actual thing, right? Like people have them.
Yeah.
And there is such a thing as a business psychiatrist. But you don't know famous ones. You know why? Because they
do their job.
They do their job.
Yeah.
You don't hear from them.
Yeah.
Like they're just professionals.
Yeah, and
they're certainly not 22.
Yes, and I would argue like everything that's sort of like mindset coach or life coach or just mental coach, most of that is absolute bullshit, and these people are zero qualified to handle anything beyond saying, no, man, actually, just you gotta focus, man. Which is, I think, how these people make their money, and also like they're saying, I think there are a couple who are personal trainers. You can get a better personal trainer at your local gym than these two buffoons.
I'm sure you can.
And even if you want to go for someone that you've seen online, you could be more specific than these people who are just like randomly in shape. But I think people will still just sort of use their fame to show off and go like, yeah, well, no, actually, I hired like the TikTok couple who live in Honey House. They're my personal coaches now. Yeah, cool, good on you. But people will spend that money, and also, I think it's like a borderline psychological disorder where you want to validate yourself
by using
through these things. Yeah.
Okay.
Like some people are into expensive watches, others are just into hiring TikTokers.
Well, I think it scratches a similar itch.
Yeah.
But that's what I was on about, where I was like, I'm trying to understand, right? Is there anyone you follow on social media where you would buy what they are offering? Like, if they're like, no, like, you need to use Bob's ball powder, would you go out and buy Bob's ball powder?
Of course I'll buy Bob's ball powder.
Well, I mean, it's the best balls powder, yes.
100%.
But, okay, but something else. Like, if someone was, like, something ridiculous, like, I don't know, like, shaving balls, right? Like, a shaver for your balls. Would you buy that?
No.
Just because
No,
someone
no.
because
No,
Captain
like-
America from The Boys is like,
Yes.
use this shaver.
No. I would not. Like, and
But he's like, seriously, he's like, guys, this
Yeah.
isn't this like this really isn't product placement. Like
And
I
I know,
I
like-
really mean it.
I know a lot of podcasts who have sponsors not as legitimate as Bob's Ball Powder.
Yeah.
Go to bobsballpowder.com, by the way. And they'll sort of promote their brands, and mostly it's razors or like meals you can order home. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, it's fine, but I'm not gonna
Mattresses.
do it. Yeah, mattresses is a big thing.
Yeah.
I've actually considered the mattresses, but only because I need a new mattress.
We could do a whole podcast on the motherfuckers who do
And
mattresses.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Like let's
Well,
not
let's okay.
not open up that
Okay.
box.
So sleep easy for now, mattress business. Sorry.
Yoo-hoo.
So yeah, that's a setup. That's a 40-minute setup.
Right.
Two men too old to understand what.
Then let's have a little break and come back and wrap this one up.
Okay.
Tick tock. Tick tock. Tick tock.
Oh, the telltale heart. Oh, it's sliding out of frame here.
Yeah, where are you going? I'm not moving.
I don't know. I think you did.
Not.
How was your deep dive into the hype house?
Have we started
Yes.
recording?
Oh yeah, I usually say something. I'm
did.
sorry, my brain's half molten as well. After
Yeah, wow.
just barely listening to the hype house content.
I watched 2 videos, one about the hype house and one by the hype house. And I have seen more than I want to see. I mean, no, I get it. It's cool kids. It's very interesting what's cool. I didn't like
Yeah.
kids, like that cool wasn't cool when I was a kid.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then
100% agree.
kind of now it's cool again? I'm confused.
I
I might have been cool then in school. You know what I mean?
was fairly cool very late in school. Like close to A levels, I was considered cool.
Yes.
Before that, not so much. Like as soon as it was cool to be academically well versed,
Yes.
I was in the cool group.
Yes.
Before that, I wasn't.
Just jocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and people who in West Berlin, people who tune their cars, wild.
hugely popular.
Yeah,
Very cool.
absolutely wild.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a less popular group now in my
yes.
circles.
Yes, absolutely. But is that I mean, okay. So in the mornings when we play football, right?
Yeah.
That's near a school, and
Yeah.
kids leave the school and they hang out in the park. And they're nuts. Like they're nuts. There was the last couple of weeks I walked past, and there was this group of girls in an undefinable age, all dressed. They were dressed identically to Avril Lavigne, and they were listening to Skater Rock.
Are we talking about a recent event?
Recent, and they
Okay.
were listening to Skater Rock. I cannot describe it as anything other than Skater Rock. And they were all drinking mightily huge energy drinks. And I was like, wow. Like I walked past them, and they judged me so hard. And I was like, and I felt really uncool again. Like they really thought I was uncool, and I felt it. Like I felt uncool just walking past them.
Oh God,
But-
you
but-
just brought the weirdest memory back. I with a couple of friends went to an Avril Lavigne concert.
You did not.
I did.
Oh,
I
that's
did.
huge.
I did.
Oh wow,
I did.
how was it?
I don't remember anything but the fact that I went.
Oh, pity.
I also went to a Joss Stone concert,
That's
What a
cool.
weird-
Yeah.
but I would argue more cool.
Yeah, so I'm seeing
Anyway,
these kids
yes.
in the hype house, right? And they are kids. They're 17 and 18 and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's why we can't rob them. They're not of legal age.
They're not of legal age. And forgive them, for they know not what they do. And so that's
to be
about
fair,
all
like
I can say about
neither
them.
do the people in Honey House.
Yeah, but they're older.
so it's for couples.
4 couples.
It's 4 couples, which is a recipe for disaster.
Yes,
Which is-
I can tell you
which
from the
is
Hype House.
Good, because we can drive a wedge between them.
Absolutely. But there's also the twist of every, or like the plot setup of every horror film. Like 4 couples,
Oh yeah,
one house.
Yeah. Exactly, which is why this works so beautifully. It's kind of like what's that meta horror film?
The
called,
Cabin in the Woods.
Yes, Cabin in the Woods.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, there's
But
no
once again,
no POC
You're
in that house.
You're pronouncing
so
meta wrong.
meta.
We got a matter.
So God, I'm so deep in the meta deep dive.
Yes.
So yeah, we can drive a wedge between them. I've watched a few of their videos. It is bizarre. I find this genuinely bizarre because what they do.
How old are they?
Early 20s, I think.
Okay.
I didn't read up on that, but they play hopscotch.
They
do like dances. They play like children's party games.
But dances. That's what the
That's what TikTok is for.
dances.
That's most popular on TikTok.
What do you mean?
It just people sort of dancing like to music. I'm making dance moves. Close.
Yeah, but not very good dance moves.
Yeah, that's what TikTok is for.
Oh, really? But I thought it was for lip syncing.
That also I think they bought Musical.ly.
Okay.
Musical.ly.
Wasn't that what Dub Smash was for?
I think Musical.ly was the Chinese competitor to Dub Smash, and then just blew them out of the water with all the data information they gathered. So and they TikTok bought them, or ByteDance bought them, and then they created like this monstrosity TikTok. And usually it's like terrible dances. Sometimes people will lip sync. It's a lot of girls and guys just looking at the camera and sort of trying to look erotic. It's just like,
But they're 13.
yeah, I know, but they're just sort of discovering their sexuality.
Right, okay.
And apparently, like one of the things that 13-year-olds say these days is, you can go to my OnlyFans.
Yes, I understand this reference.
That's something like when kids our age, when we were kids,
Yes.
and we'd be like 11 years old, and we'd just be like, yeah, you can suck my dick, and like their equivalent now is, you can go to my OnlyFans, not knowing how sexuality works quite yet.
I understand, because when you do discover your sexuality,
Yes.
obviously you load it up onto OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I have a very important question for you later, which you can answer later, or you can answer it now.
I choose to answer it now.
It's about your fictitious daughter.
Yes.
Okay. But at some point,
Fictina.
you may have a daughter who is 12 or 13 and then uses the equivalent of whatever is TikTok in that time. Do you allow it? Very difficult to not allow it. I don't think that's actually possible. But she becomes very famous on it. Like, in fact, she's you can be proud of her because she's like the most famous person on whatever this app is. Do you appear in her videos? Like, do you support this whole thing? Like, do you do like the media hype around it?
No,
like,
I do not support it. I will, because I cannot prohibit it.
Yes.
I will create my own channel
Right.
on the same platform
That's amazing.
and tag her in my videos
all the time.
all the time.
Will you wait until she's the most famous person, or will you do it from the first time
I'll
she
do it
starts
from the-
posting?
from the
Right
first
from the
days.
beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
And if she's an influencer or like does like this thing, which that's something that really pisses me off. By the way,
Yes.
it's not just the people who have like millions of followers who just sort of do this influencing shit and
Right.
talk to them, but people who talk to no one in particular, who have no following to speak of, and still pretend that they're famous and still use like the same mechanisms. And one of those people in Honey House,
Yes.
I don't know which one it was because I read, but essentially they all do the same. But one of those couples, they have like a business, Aaron and Nick maybe, or to the other Nick and whoever his girlfriend is. They have a business and they help people grow on social media by giving out tips, and it's all the same tips, and like there's no secret to that. There's stuff you can do to sort of hack the algorithm. And people will do that.
What are the secrets? Fritz?
Regardless of the following. There are no secrets. It's just, it's absolutely overt. Take everything at face value. you have to engage with people because that drives up engagement. The algorithm looks at if you are a talkative person, not because that binds people longer to the platform.
Okay.
Like that's all it is. All any of these platforms want is for people to be on their platform as long as possible.
Right.
And a good way to guarantee that is if you have people in conversation in the comments.
And also scantily clad.
Yes, and drive up engagement by asking a question. And you'll sometimes, when you follow people who aren't influencers, who have no following to speak of, they'll still try the same thing, and it drives me up the walls when I read, because it's so pitiful. It's so bizarre. I can't. It's so free of dignity.
You mean like the way we ask for questions at the end of the podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
And no one ever gives us a question, but maybe you can. Maybe you can break the vicious cycle. Where was I going?
I'm sorry I pointed that out to you.
Wait.
Tell me more about these couples, these 3 couples.
4 couples. It's eight
couples.
people.
8 people. That's a lot of people.
I kind of mismatched 2 of them, maybe.
It really doesn't
so
matter. They're all interchangeable.
Yeah. So I kind of looked into it. I think JT is the head of the house.
Yes.
So it's 4 couples who moved into a house.
Wait, 4 couples and JT? Or
No,
JT?
JT is part. JT is
Who's
with
he?
Sam.
Who's Sam?
JT is the one who shot the video. Sam does workout videos
Oh.
and apps. That's what the description said.
Workout videos and apps.
Maybe you're supposed to say abs.
No, I think he meant apps. But I don't know what kind of apps.
Do you think?
Like she's like a
Do you think
kick-ass
it's-
front-end developer? Like
Okay. Do you think? If we start a workout program
Yes.
specifically designed for people in the IT industry,
Yes.
and we call it app development, do you think that title is already taken?
Yes.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, I really do. I really, really do.
There goes my... Okay, fine. Let's keep going with the podcast then. So she does workout videos. JT, I think he's the head of the house.
Yes.
Because they rented this house, I think, for COVID-19, so they can all stay together.
Okay.
Which, responsible thing to do for 8 absolute fuck-ups. JT describes himself as a little bit of everything, which to me sounds like nothing in particular.
Well, a leader. Leaders,
Oscar looks at
Lead.
me because I do a little bit of everything as well.
you do a little bit of
I
everything.
know.
But
I
you don't
feel-
really
I feel-
lead. You just do a little bit of everything. Like you don't have 7 other people following you. You know what I mean?
I don't even have 7 followers on Instagram. So, eat this algorithm. Two others, whichever. They sort of do this grow in social media thing. There's others. One of the couples does like e-commerce and brand strategy. One of the girls does
Makeup videos?
No, the one with a mirror on the phone. She's the mindset and meditation coach,
No,
and
that
she's
was the
with
one
the
on
other
the couch.
mindset coach.
That
Oh
was-
no, that was the e-commerce girl.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
the e-commerce.
All right.
So what does she do with the mirror? I need to understand what she does with the mirror.
I think she wants a clearer image of herself as she gives these Zoom meetings.
Does she talk to herself? Like, is it
So technically, with the way like the
like it was a
front
mirror? It
camera
wasn't a
is-
screencast or something.
Yeah,
right?
with the way the front camera is positioned, it kind
Yes.
of makes sense if you constantly look at yourself, which I would imagine she does, to look up a bit. Because if you look down, it always looks like the eyeliner is missing you.
Yes.
So if you look up a bit, it kind of looks like you're making eye contact. I would imagine. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. Maybe she just wants to check on her appearance every once in a while as she does these Zoom meetings.
But you could also just look past, like, but she actually talks to
yeah.
herself.
I would think so, yes.
That's incredible. That's really incredible. That's fantastic. I mean,
Mhm.
that is it kind of like in this this horror movie we're making, right? Is
Yeah.
it a little bit like Saw, where they each die according to their sin? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like Seven,
So something
except it's
that
8
has
of them.
happened- Something that's happened earlier today.
Yes.
Fresh.
Hot off the press?
Yeah, the iPhone 12 was announced.
No, it was not.
It was.
It wasn't.
There was an Apple event today.
No,
Yes.
didn't make my news.
Well, you have an Android phone. Of course it wouldn't. The
The 12, but we haven't even had 11 yet.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, I'm a bit behind. All right, so 12. Yay!
And it comes in like certain varieties. One of them was the top tier models, the 7 Pro Max, and there's the 12 Pro Max, and the lower end is the 12 Mini.
Right.
So I think we could maybe start this if we deliver 8 iPhones to the house.
Yes.
7 iPhone 12 Pro Maxes and 1 iPhone 12 Mini.
And let the games begin.
Yeah. Also, funnily enough, they do these games in teams of guys versus girls, which is apparently what their audience is into, and they call themselves homies versus honeys.
And what kind
Oscar
of games?
makes a face.
What kind of games are they playing?
Like party games. They're just matching socks or
What? Matching socks is not a
or
party
playing-
game. I
what's it?
refuse to
Beer
acknowledge
pong,
a world,
beer pong.
a world where matching socks is a party game.
They try and keep a Kleenex afloat by just sort of blowing under it. Anyway, that's...
I want to come back to the matching socks. What do you mean with the matching socks?
You get a bucket of socks.
Yes.
And you have to match
A bucket
pairs
of socks.
A bucket of socks.
A whole
They
bucket
take-
of
They
socks.
take socks, they put them into a bucket, if you
Yes.
can imagine such a thing. Then they pour the bucket out on the table, and whoever plays the game has to match socks so they can come up with pairs, and whoever has the most pairs wins. So it's either homies or honeys.
Have
Is that
you ever
reasonably
played
clear?
this
No,
game?
I've never played this game. I've never seen this game played, but it seems like something.
Have you ever played keeping a tissue up in the air?
No,
blowing it up?
I haven't played that either. Neither have I played beer pong.
I've also never played beer pong. Beer pong is the most likely of these three that one would have played.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I've never played it
but I
either.
think they can't do beer pong on TikTok because they can't promote alcohol.
Oh.
I think that would be bad for their sponsorships.
So that's why they do blow jobs.
Yes, blow pong.
Are they on OnlyFans as well?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. They're too famous for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then also like one of their biggest trends is they have like 50 hopscotch videos on there.
What?
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Why 50?
I don't know, and it's just them sort of dancing in a row, just
Oh, so it's more
jumping
dancing.
back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, are they synchronized?
Yes.
Okay, so the synchronicity is interesting
No.
for other
It's
people.
not interesting.
but
It's the opposite of interesting.
it's like a mini flash mob.
Yeah. Yes, but they had time to rehearse this. It's not interesting, nor is it in any way something that sort of is close to entertainment.
What it
It's
sounds
not.
like
It's
to
not
me
impressive either. It's just
is it sounds like
yes.
theater games in high school
Yes. Yeah.
that have become really famous. You know, like
Yeah.
very bad rehearsal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now like that's become a thing.
Let's do an improv exercise.
And let's do
Yeah. Dance your emotions.
and let's do a bad choreography of us doing hopscotch.
Yeah. It's essentially that.
Sounds awful.
It is, but people watch it and people mistake this for entertainment. But we could manipulate the hopscotch field
Yes.
because all they use is blue tape.
Have they never heard of chalk?
Yeah. So we can maybe sort of tape a few fields closer together. Make sure someone always messes up.
That's great.
Tell
me, okay, can you name each one's worst sin so that we can
Okay. Punish them for it.
punish them for it? I mean, JT,
a little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything. I
Um,
mean, I think we have to keep him alive the longest.
Yeah. Workout videos. Sounds like vanity to me.
Yes.
Pride.
Kind of like a
We could spike their food with butter.
on Atlas kind of scenario where like they go into like an endless squat that they
Yes.
can just never hold, and like they have this supreme amount of weight that then just squishes them at the end.
So we're actually killing them this time. We've left war criminals like Heckler and Koch,
Yes.
but we're killing influencers.
Well, I mean, no, it's only a movie.
Okay.
It's only a movie. You want to okay? So you want to give them?
Should we?
You're right. We don't kill anyone. We don't
Yeah,
kill anyone,
I-
even if
I
it's just for a
can't.
movie. You're right.
So should we start by delivering the
Bloody
phones?
balls. Yes. So we deliver the phones.
Yes, 8 phones, one meagerly iPhone 12 mini.
Yes.
You know, whoever takes that. I want to say that one goes to
Well,
Jared, fitness trainer and actor.
Yes. He won't notice in the beginning.
No.
No. That'll be funny. Also, he looks like a guy who's used to handling small things.
100%.
So that'll be a thing.
Also, like, what is it? Just like the description on your one who's not reading his sides. Like, what would he be in? He lives in a TikTok house. It's COVID-19 at the moment.
There's nothing
He's
being
not.
shot.
He's just reading a random script that says random words.
It was probably the shoot for that TikTok video.
I'm fairly certain the script says Laura Ipsum.
He's playing the character Laura Ipsum.
Yeah.
Lo-
God.
That's a great character name, actually. Laura Ipshit.
Laura M. Ipsum.
Laura M. Ipson, yeah. I like that.
Okay, the mindset and personal development coaches.
Yes.
What are these people?
I mean, the one with the mirror, right?
Yeah.
That one's great.
Oh,
That's just an exploding mirror. Oh wait, we're not killing them. Sorry.
we're not scarring them for life
Sorry.
either.
I'm sorry. I'm going back. I need to let go of that idea completely.
But we can.
But we can
So it's something that
we can just hurt them really badly
emotionally.
emotionally.
If we slightly curve the mirror
Yes.
to give it a different angle,
so that she feels that she looks slightly fat.
yeah, either that or has a
yeah.
bigger nose.
Oh yes. That's
okay,
great.
so curved mirror.
All
for her.
mirrors. All mirrors
All
need to
mirrors.
be curved.
Yeah,
Mm.
easily replaceable.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah, we'll just
Okay,
we'll just
how
come into
about
ask
how
it,
about
but-
for the personal development?
Yeah.
I mean, not the ones who do the fitness.
yeah,
Okay,
the couple,
yoga
the fitness
pants
couple.
that split on the ass every time.
I'm loving it. We can just get regular yoga pants from Primark.
Yeah, but so every time they squat,
Yeah.
they split.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and are they all like? So then she's like, "Oh my god, maybe I bought one size too small,"
Mm-hmm.
but they're actually already the bigger size.
Oh yeah, we're just
So-
swapping out the tags.
Yeah. So she thinks
Yeah.
she's always an XS or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's already an M,
Hmm.
and she's like, "Oh shit."
Oh, M.
And she
That's
keeps-
the worst. That's
yeah,
the worst size to have.
Yeah, she's an M, and
Mhm.
those keep splitting. So the actor guy, no problem. We'll organize him an audition, an actual audition where he has actual sides.
That's
And you
good,
know
I
what he
like
has
that.
to do? He actually has to read, like out loud. He
Yeah.
has to be a newscaster.
No. We don't want you to memorize your lines.
Yeah, just read it.
Just
read
them.
now.
Yeah.
Read right now. Read what it says on the paper, Blake. Because
Good.
he's definitely
Yeah.
illiterate.
Yes.
Standing
yeah.
there holding his small iPhone.
He's
Can't read.
in the video. He's doing curls and eating a
Yes,
sandwich at the
yes,
same time.
Yes.
He would not.
No.
No one would.
No.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Right.
So the meditation and mindset coach. Do we? So should we maybe haunt her with a frequency, like one of those disturbing frequencies that not everyone can hear, like one of those subliminal ones that David Lynch uses in some of his films?
I mean, that shouldn't be a problem because we're probably too old to hear it.
Yeah.
So, like she, we can turn it on, no problem, walk around,
Yeah,
she'll
yeah.
just be suffering really, really badly.
Uh-huh. Kind of like a
Um,
reverse dog whistle.
Yes. Okay, so we reverse dog whistle her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the guy who's the psychological coach,
Yeah.
he's
The mindset and personal
the
development
mindset and
coach,
personal
Nick.
but Nick, that's a bit more tricky.
We kind of have to get him to be the sloth of the group. Crush his mindset. Could we actually get a proper psychologist in to do an analysis of him
Ooh.
and actually point out all his traumas and weaknesses,
Ooh, and like
which I'm sure are manifold.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
So like one of those old school psychologists, like
Yeah.
again, one of those angry ones that like strap you to a chair and
Yeah.
take your personality apart. There's a couple of my lecturers from university who'd be ideal for that.
Oh, I have an English professor as well from with my English studies.
So
he used to, I think he made a few girls cry in uni.
Yes. Great, we'll get him. We they don't make them like that anymore. It's probably like you're probably not allowed to make girls cry at school anymore.
I think we could even get like Nick's father in.
His actual father.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crushes mindset. I like that.
that would be great. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, who else do we have? Aaron,
the brand specialist
with a mirror. That's Nick Dio, the agency and brand. He works for a huge agency.
He works. The words were actually he works for a huge agency, right?
Yeah. And he does brand strategy, so he's talking to people all the time. How do we break someone like that? Should we get him to talk to like an actual old-fashioned businessman? To someone who's not into this startup bullshit? Who doesn't fly with brand strategy, but just like I don't know, someone who runs factories, someone who's in the coal industry.
I think someone that Ayn Rand invented.
Yeah. Dio shrugged.
I'm not sure that would crush him though. I find because someone like that has such crippling self-confidence.
Yeah.
That it's really
even
hard.
Confronted with all his failures.
Yes, I think he would shrug that off like a duck on water.
Have you seen? Hang on, I just want to. Okay, but I have the perfect thing.
You have the actual perfect thing.
Yeah, for him. Because I saw couples photos of the couples, and I would argue that he of the group is the least attractive one and significantly less attractive than his girlfriend.
Ooh, I think that can happen.
And imagine if someone on the phones that we delivered...
Lots of deep fakes.
Yeah. Not just deep fakes, but like messages. We could just send messages.
He finds her OnlyFans. Yeah. There we go. The OnlyFans app that's on her phone already.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Is that all of them?
That's how we break
But
them.
aren't there three fitness models? So we
Yeah.
can't get them all in exactly the same way.
I think we can spike food with butter or fat.
Wow.
Just to make them gain weight in a short amount of time. Because these people really watch their diets. And if we just sort of fake the nutritional values on their food, get them like these meal bars and pretend they're protein bars, rewrap them maybe.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of days we can make them gain a few pounds.
Oh, yeah, that would be.
And then there's JT. For whom I think we should do a little bit of everything.
I think a little bit of everything does
that should do
get
the
him.
trick with JT. And then maybe imagine with all these goings on and these people who think their lives are #blessed suddenly find out their life is actually #cursed. 2 handsome, old, experienced Ghostbusters walk in, charge the fee of a lifetime
to fix it all.
There's only one way to fix it. To burn it all to the ground. Including phones. Including MacBooks, which of course we swipe aside before.
Sure.
And then we'll burn the house in the West Hollywood Hills down.
I like it.
That's Honey House no more. Good. All right. I think this heist is solved.
You have solved it. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. That was really nicely wrapped up at the end. I really like that. I mean, we really showed him.
Yeah.
We really did.
Of all these 8 rich people.
Yeah, what did they do after that?
I'll just go back to working proper jobs.
No.
3 of them will work in a gym. One of them JT will be cleaning up dog shit from the freeway.
But that is true. I mean, like, if you're not an influencer as a personal trainer, then you're then you just work at a gym.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. You'll just have a low-paying job at a gym.
Oh, dearie me.
I mean, obviously, Jared will make it big as an actor.
He's
for
gonna be
male
huge.
adult diapers.
He's going to be really, really, really great.
Dio crushed by his insecurity and jealousy.
No, that'll be rough.
I want to say high school shooter.
Mm-hmm.
It's either
You
that.
mean he's going to have to go back to high school? That's really mean.
Either that or hairdresser.
Yeah. Yeah, or with a couple of them, I think they might go back to just working at daddy's business.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them there where they look like
True.
that could be a thing. Yes, well, I must say thank you very much for opening up this little bit of that world for me. It's not something that I appreciate.
Again, thank you for bringing a Dostoevsky quote to a gunfight.
Could there have been anything more
I
inappropriate?
Removed from Dostoevsky? No, absolutely not.
I have
absolutely
no idea.
not.
I mean, I feel like it's the kind of thing where they would throw the name around in order to be more meta.
But they would say Dostoevsky.
But there'd be no understanding,
No.
no self-reflection. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Alas, that's us, and we are aware of the irony of promoting our own social media brand.
That's true. I am the Oscar Brown on Instagram and on Twitter.
I'm at SM Weisbach on all socials. We are at How Do I Rub This on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on TikTok. But we'll only have one TikTok, so don't get your hopes up too high.
That's amazing.
We are How Do I Rub This on YouTube. We are How Do I Rub This on all podcast apps, wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find us. I'm sorry I keep bumping your microphone, but to no hearable effect. It's well good. Anyway, we're very happy if you listen to the show. We are very happy if you recommend us to a friend.
Absolutely.
The more the merrier.
Or just promote podcasts in general, because podcasts really do work against TikTok, which is nice.
Yeah, true. This is an hour-long format without any visual stimulus.
Absolutely.
That is us. Follow us. Leave us a review if you can. If you want
and
to.
ask a question. Feel free.
Yeah.
Act like.
Suggest a topic.
And all
Drive
that.
up that engagement.
And looking forward to seeing you for the next 26 episodes.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that
like button.
Okay, now we have to record a TikTok.
What do you mean we have to record a TikTok?
We have to record one TikTok.
I'm not recording a TikTok.
Recording one TikTok.